Donation on the Maryland Sports Radio Network, a division of Playfly Sports. Talking Terps with Coach Willard is brought to you by these network broadcast partners. Window Nation, the official replacement window company of the Maryland Terrapins. CQ, the official banking partner of the Maryland Terrapins. Toyota, it's time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. The University of Maryland Medical System. For better treatments, better outcome, that's a better state of care. Learn more at umms.org/better. Lido Pizza. Lido Pizza is the official pizza of the Maryland Terrapins. Never cut corners, Terpland. Now, here's Talking Terps with the voice of the Terrapins, Johnny Holliday, and Coach Kevin Willard.
Unfortunately, we are not with Coach Kevin Willard tonight. As you probably know, it's Coach Brenda Frese who will be with us. And for the next hour, we'll talk about Maryland women's basketball tonight. And are they on a roll? The number 10 team in the country, moving up a notch, 11 to – thank you very much. 11 to number 10. But, hey, Coach, and you got a couple of special guests coming on tonight. Sailor Poffenbarger will be with us. And also your leading scorer, Kayleen Schmeichel, will be with us. And we'll talk about what they're doing so far for your basketball team. But I was looking through the list of the top 25 teams. There are 8 from the Big Ten in the top 25 to show how tough that conference is.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we got to talk, if we're going to talk about Kevin Willard, we have to talk about that win on Sunday. We were playing at the same time.
Your show.
Heck of
Did
a
you watch
win.
that?
So we were playing at the same time, John.
Yeah, I know.
So, no, I didn't get to see it. And then I had to break down our game.
It's like they went against Syracuse.
Exactly.
I was watching that game. Yeah.
It was impressive. But back to your original questions, you can tell just the Big Ten, man, what a league to be able to have 8 teams that are ranked, 4 more receiving votes. It is going to be ultra competitive when we get into league play, which is in just about a week when we go to Purdue, and that's where it all begins. So you're going to have to bring your A++ game, whether it's on the road, at home, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if your team's ranked, unranked, but I love it. That's where you find out who your competitors are, and we'll be ready to play.
Were you surprised UCLA's number 1?
Not after what I saw.
Did that surprise you?
I thought they played really unselfishly together. I thought they moved the basketball. They were just their chemistry was really clicking, and they hit that knockout punch, very similar to kind of what we did to Duke when they came in our building, and never looked back.
Yep. When you look at some of your wins, the Syracuse win was a huge win. The Duke win was an off-the-charts win. You played a team like St. Francis of Pennsylvania the other day on Sunday, 107-35, where you had a lot of ladies in double figures in that game. Is that one of those games where, you try not to, run them completely out of Xfinity Center, but it's just one of those days like they just
It's funny, I was asked that question earlier if I
and I know you don't run it up.
Slowing the game down. And you have a shot clock, so you play, and we play at a pace. We're up and down, but the first half, I took the press off at halftime, so you really have to understand that we really worked on us in the second half of some of our different defenses and zone and man, and but you still have to get better. I mean, you can't apologize for who you are, and I don't want our players to stop playing hard and playing to our level and our standard. We're not playing the score. We're playing to our standard.
And you can't tell the 11 players who played, the ones that come out off the bench, okay, back off. They want to do as much as they can. Yeah.
Right, absolutely, and it has been sometimes in the past. We've had teams that they know they're going to beat by a lot, and then they kind of slow things down and don't play as hard, and that drives me crazy because you're building bad habits. Then you've got to be able to play to your level, and we're playing at a very fast pace, and you can see our chemistry is really starting to click where they're really building it together.
Last time you started 6-0 was back in the 21-22 season, or 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Any similarities between the teams?
I don't remember that team.
Do you remember the national championship?
I do. That's what they always say. Like, do you? And I was like, I remember one team when you coached 30 plus years, who was on each roster. But No, I mean, like what I love about this team is just how competitive they are. They've shown that since the summertime, whether that be in practice and drills. And then when you get in games, I learned a lot about them in the Duke game when they punched first, and then the Syracuse game being down, and they just had a fire in their belly that they were not going to lose. So that was kind of neat to see that they really love to compete.
So you put 107 points on the board against St. Francis. You have won the rebounding margin all 6 games you played this year. That may be as important as running up the score.
We love that. That
Sure.
was an area we really wanted to improve in, especially out of the transfer portal. We wanted to get rebounding and size and length, and we definitely have been able to do that.
How about number 4 in the country, rebounding margin, plus 18?
Yeah,
I think
I'm here for it.
He'll take that
Yeah,
any
let's
game.
keep that going. That's phenomenal. But we still know we have a lot more games left and tougher games, tougher opponents ahead of us. So for us, it's just being disciplined to these habits. So some of these games, like on Sunday, your stats get inflated because you're able to perform so well. So these habits, that level of discipline, we have to continue in practice. So then when we are matched with length and similar type of talent, that we're able to have, this kind of outcome.
Have you meshed together quicker than you anticipated with all the transfers?
We have. I think what really helped us to accelerate that was this summer, the trip to Croatia, the bonding off the court to build that chemistry was so important. You look at how many home games we've had in the non-conference, which I'm here for. That chemistry may not have been built because we weren't taking road trips. So just to have that 11 days in Croatia and then all the practices and the games we had, it was the right time with these players.
What's the biggest surprise been so far? I mean, Kayleen has led the team in scoring every game this year, but she could score last year a lot too. So maybe that doesn't surprise you.
People just didn't know when Kayleen wasn't playing for half of the semester. They kind of forgot about her, but Kayleen's made sure that they aren't going to forget about her. And I think biggest surprise. Yeah, I'm happy for them that they've really, have competed so hard here so early to come out. But again, you never know what that's going to look like.
Window Nation's going to help you beat the cold weather this spring, this winter time. When you buy 2, you get a couple of free windows, a house of windows for as low as $2 a day. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com. We're at Lido's in College Park, brought to you by Window Nation, the official window replacement company of the Maryland Terrapins. We'll come back. We'll talk more women's basketball with head coach Brenda Frese in just a moment on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Sunday.
Just gotta steam it, babe.
Time to suit up.
Like half zip, kind of quarter zip guy.
Sacrifice your lung and your skin's ability to breathe.
Does that look cheetah looking?
No, it's full jag.
Easy, Chief. Let your razzle-dazzle on the field, the bar, or your best friend's nuptials.
So the Buffalo Bills, guys.
No matter how hard you football,
Stuck zipper here.
it's easy to Sunday.
Morgans won big today with Window Nation. Let's check in and hear what they have to say.
How do you feel now that you've finally replaced your old drafty windows with these beautiful custom fit windows?
We're loving the look of our new windows.
We paid way less than we thought we would.
And no more cold winter drafts or crazy summer AC bills. Sounds like a win to me.
That wraps it up for the Morgans. Next up, your family. Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit getwindownation.com.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
A legacy is earned with generations of proven reliability, standing tall through the test of time, leading, innovating to build the best vehicles with the best value. Because the greatest memories begin with the journey.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
Window Nation is on the Morgan's home turf to huddle up about replacing their drafty old windows.
This free estimate is showing how easy it is to tackle the problem.
We can get any of these windows custom made.
Yes, you can get the quality and style you really want.
And at a more affordable price than they ever imagined.
Now that they've sealed the deal, they'll be saving money year-round.
We're really confident with Window Nation.
Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit GetWindowNation.com.
You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
So stop at midcourt.
And he got it! We're talking Terps. Once again, Johnny Holiday.
And welcome back, everybody. Happy to have you along with us tonight as we get set for Thanksgiving. You're going to be around with the family? Or
We are. It's been a long time since we've hosted Thanksgiving.
Oh, you're hosting it?
Yes.
Okay. What time?
I will not be cooking.
Of course not.
My husband does a great job, and his sister will be coming, and his parents, and I'll be.
I will not be cooking either. Believe me.
Just enjoy the food.
Yeah, it is great to be with Maryland's all-time winningest women's basketball coach, Brenda Frese, and we talk about all the success that you've had with 645 wins, and 586 of those have come at the University of Maryland. And it seems like every single year you never, ever see that flame start to, the same thing every year when you start off. Optimism, you get good players that really help, and just a great fan base. I'm really blown away by the fan base for women's basketball.
We're really fortunate to have the fans that we have. And you saw that in the Duke game, and as they've come out, like we have loyal, committed fans. You see them here tonight, and you see them that come out and support this team year in and year out. And it doesn't matter, year to year, they're always going to be out here, and they're our best sixth man.
I was looking at all the coaches that have worked with you and have gone on to either lead their own program or be involved in somebody else's program. There must be 50 of them listed. You have really been a stepping stone for other coaches.
It just means we've been here a long time, Johnny.
Hey, I've been here longer than you.
No, I'm really proud of it. That is when you first get into it, and then all of a sudden your coaching tree becomes what it has, and just that mentorship, and to see all the success that so many have gone on and have had just great successful careers. And we're very intentional. I'll say that. Even our interns that are in video, they sit in on all of our staff meetings, and we have managers and scout guys and that we bring along that want to get into coaching and into this world. So we are very intentional of helping young people that we want to bring back or help them in their fields and in their careers.
How was it when you played Towson a couple of weeks ago? You beat them 98-63, and you had to go up against Laura Harper, the MVP of that national championship team. That it has to be a strange feeling when you go up against one of your former players who's not coaching.
Yeah, it's strange, but also kind of a proud moment.
Sure.
I love when I have players that go into coaching, and there hasn't been that many. So just to see her as a head coach and, all that time that we spent between recruiting her and then that national championship run and her pro career. And then now to see her back in coaching, impacting lives is pretty special. And then we love bringing her back into Xfinity and bringing her back home.
Cheyenne Sellers was in double figures in that win over St. Francis on Sunday. She's also up for the Ann Myers Drysdale Award as the nation's top shooting guard. How nice that must be. She must feel like $1 million.
Exactly. And to have your senior has been with you year 4 and just knows the system, knows what to expect, just having that versatility from her end. She's able to help us on, score on the wing and brings a lot to the table and then backing up the point. So just, knows everything about our system.
And the Small Forward Award given out in the name of Cheryl Miller, one of our guests tonight, Sailor Poffenberger, is up for that.
Yeah, we have a lot of kids up for the different awards, but Sailor, has shown that through her college career, her consistency. She's a double-double when you talk about points and rebounds. And just for me, she just knows how to compete and win. She has every single intangible that you have to have when you have to have her on the court, and she's going to leave it all out there.
We were talking earlier about the top 25, which is released yesterday and shows 8 Big Ten teams in there. Iowa way down this year at number 18, number 22 in this particular AP thing. Do you ever stop to take a look at the rankings, or is that just something you don't want to get involved in?
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
but the players do.
You use it in recruiting and that, but for me, it's nice that people are aware what this team is doing. I'll recognize that, but from any of that, it doesn't really matter until you get to the end. I want to be in that top spot at the end. And I think that's where you're trying to build. And if we just continue to have those habits of consistency and stay the course and, play within ourselves, then good things can happen for this team. But we have a long season. And like you saw how many great teams are on that list. We're going to play them every single night in conference.
Yeah, now this week,
and that's not even counting your teams that aren't ranked, that are coming for every team that is ranked.
And they all want a piece of you guys too, I guarantee
course,
you.
We get everyone's best shot.
Even though it's Thanksgiving weekend, you got the Navy Classic coming up on Saturday and Sunday over at Navy in Annapolis. You got George Mason on Saturday. Then you'll play Toledo, I believe it is, on Sunday.
Yeah, so it's
Both
great.
at 3:30.
We're home. Both are at 3:30. George Mason, she's done such a great job. They're undefeated as well. So it's a team that is playing really well. A lot of grad seniors, veteran players. So they are a team that is very connected. So we're going to have to play. It will not be like the St. Francis game. We're going to have to come out and be ready to punch and be ready to play from the tip.
We're talking to Maryland's head basketball coach, Brenda Frese, about our women's team at the University of Maryland. If you'd like to grab some Testudo Premium Lager, that's the official craft beer of the Maryland Terrapins by Union Craft Brewing Company. Also, join us for Talking Terps with Maryland basketball, presented by Window Nation. Our next show coming up on Tuesday, December 3rd, right here at Lido's in College Park. We'll come back with more Talking Terps basketball with head coach Brenda Frese in just a moment. And Sailor Poffenberger will join us from the Maryland women's team after these messages on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Hey, I'm Mighty Meals. I'm healthy, convenient, and won't break the bank. But my best quality is I'm delicious. And unlike those other meal prep services, I'm made with locally sourced ingredients and prepared by real chefs. How else do you think I'm able to look this good? Just visit my website. I've got over 100 delicious options to choose from. Select your favorites and I get made just for you. Then my driver picks me up and brings me right to your door. But don't get me wrong, I'm not high maintenance. Just throw me in the microwave for 2 minutes and voila, I'm ready to be enjoyed. If you're looking for a fresh and delicious start, I'm your match.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, I'm Mighty Meals. I'm healthy, convenient, and won't break the bank. But my best quality is I'm delicious. And unlike those other meal prep services, I'm made with locally sourced ingredients and prepared by real chefs. How else do you think I'm able to look this good? Just visit my website. I've got over 100 delicious options to choose from. Select your favorites and I get made just for you. Then my driver picks me up and brings me right to your door. But don't get me wrong, I'm not high maintenance. Just throw me in the microwave for 2 minutes and voila, I'm ready to be enjoyed. If you're looking for a fresh and delicious start, I'm your match.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
mage.umd.edu. You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Johnny Holiday along with Maryland women's basketball coach Brenda Frese. We're at Lido's in College Park, and we welcome our first guest tonight. We've got a couple of very special guests, and we'll talk to Sailor Poffenbarger first of all. Transferred. She went to UConn to start off her career. Then she went to Arkansas. Grew up in Middletown, Maryland, and she is sitting alongside Coach Brenda Frese right now. How nice to have her back in her home area where her family and friends can come see her play.
I mean, it was a long time. Yeah, it was her first offer back in seventh grade. She cried in my office, and then she made me cry when she committed to UConn. So full circle moment to finally get her. But you know what? We saved the best for last these last 2 years. So I'm really grateful to be bringing Sailor back home.
Your thoughts have obviously changed since the seventh grade.
No, in seventh grade, I was crying to come. I wanted to come.
So what happened?
Well, I had to wait, and then, but I'm here. I'm going to finish here.
Yeah.
I'm where I will, it always comes full circle.
Well, I remember I asked you, I said, how'd you like playing at UConn? You said, the Arkansas was really nice.
Yep. Yeah, UConn was a great experience. I got some life lessons there for sure. But I enjoyed both schools, but I'm glad to be home finally, finishing my career.
And you've been battling some injuries, and now it's slowly getting back to 100%.
Yes, no injuries now. Now I'm back. It was like a lower leg, kind of a nagging injury. So while I had some time to, manage the pain, I feel like that was the best. And then now try to get back in game shape and back into the flow.
Yeah. And playing with a great group of teammates.
Yes, a very talented group. Probably the most talented group I've played with.
No kidding.
Yes.
How about learning Coach Free's system compared to where you were last time, Arkansas?
I feel like it definitely had to you learn a lot of things, but I think for me, coming into a program where she believes in you so much has been really rewarding and made it really easy for me. I try to do all the things that I can control, but I think coming into this system has been really easy and really fun and just a great group of people. The family feeling is very much it. And I think that's been something that's helped the transition a lot.
And Coach, second leading rebounder behind Christina.
Yeah, I mean, and I shared with you earlier. I mean, what have you had? Maybe 2 full weeks of practice, if that. So once she completely gets into game shape, you're going to see all of those numbers even go up even more. But obviously, the way she can stretch the defense and off the bounce, how she competes, and then her rebounding and just. Even late game when we were at Syracuse, I remember having her on the floor and her diving on the floor for loose balls. And she just has all those winning qualities that you have to have as a player that's going to help your team be really successful.
And Sailor, right now you're averaging 8 points a game. You have not missed a free throw all season long. I believe it's a perfect 8 for 8 at the line, averaging 7 rebounds. And once you get 100%, those numbers will all go up.
Yes, I think just trusting the process. I mean, I could always look at like last year, but I think coming in this year, we have so many different, weapons that just kind of filling my role, filling what the team needs for that different game has been a big focus for me. Just, rebounding is a controllable. So going in and crashing every time and just kind of working really hard on that side of the game has been important to me. And I think the rest will come.
Who was your coach at high school at Middletown?
My mom.
Really?
Yes.
I thought that was a trick question.
I thought so too.
Good question, Johnny.
Really? Your mom was your coach, huh?
Yes, 4 years.
How come she's not on the staff here with Maryland?
Oh, no.
Oh,
High school, we're good.
Well,
She's on the stand.
She's a mom coach now.
Yeah. Well, that would be like you coaching one of your boys,
Yeah.
right? I mean, how does that work out?
At first, it was really difficult. I wasn't very mature, and so we would argue, and sometimes it would be like if I got in trouble at home, it would translate to practice. But I think as I kind of like my junior year, I feel like it was really good. We had a lot of fun. I feel like we kind of I joke around and say I was her assistant coach because I feel like I would come over and be like, "Mom, we need to do this or we need to do that." But I think just having her I had to realize she does know what she's doing. She played basketball in college, and so just trusting her insight has been obviously carried over to college. I call her all the time and ask her about different things. But high school, we had to learn how to the player coach dynamic for sure.
You got to talk a little bit about your grandfather. Okay, he's probably listening, or maybe your grandmother's listening on WFMD up in Frederick, which carries our games and our radio shows.
Yes.
And I had a chance to visit with your grandfather, who says, now I finally get a chance to watch my granddaughter play. I'm not going to go to Arkansas. I'm not going to go up to Connecticut, but I'm coming to College Park.
Yeah, I think that's literally what makes it so special to be able to finish my career here. Just having my family in the stands. Family's like a really huge thing in my life, and so being able to look over and have them in the stands and go home for a dinner or be at Thanksgiving, like something you can't ever buy back. So it's definitely one of the best feelings to be able to be home and have all that support and be in a great situation in basketball, school, and my family's right here.
Mm-hmm. If you could have dinner with one person, Sailor, who would that be? Outside of me.
It would probably be Maya Moore. She's always been one of my favorite players. I loved her game growing up, and now just she's out of basketball, but she's always someone I've really enjoyed to watch.
When you were young and growing up, who had the most influence on you?
Probably my parents.
Your parents.
Yeah, my mom and my dad.
Good political answer. Tell me something fans would be surprised to hear about Sailor Poffenberger. Something they don't know about you.
My go-to is that my favorite animal is sharks.
Really?
Yes, I'm me and my dad, I grew up watching Jaws, and it's just something I've always I want to catch a shark, and my dad's taking me, and it's just not working.
So when Shark Week is on television, you're glued to that TV set.
Yeah, but it's a bunch of reruns now, so I basically memorized it.
All right, one more question for you. Who's the best dancer on this basketball team among your teammates?
I mean, if I can't say,
well, you can say
no,
yourself.
People
sure.
would probably put me up for worse. I think probably Sarah. We have a bunch. Sarah.
Has Kayleen got the moves?
Yeah, she's a quiet dancer though. She doesn't want to show too much.
We're going to find out in just a couple of minutes too. Well, all the best for the rest of the year. It's great to have you on the show, and you're playing for a legendary future Hall of Fame coach and Coach Frese.
Yes.
How lucky you are to be here at Maryland. We're lucky to have you too.
We are.
We're
Yes.
lucky to have you here.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Okay,
I'm happy to be
anytime.
here.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll visit with Kayleen Smeichel in just a minute. The Terrapins' leading scorer on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
A legacy is earned with generations of proven reliability, standing tall through the test of time, leading, innovating to build the best vehicles with the best value. Because the greatest memories begin with the journey.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The Morgans won big today with Window Nation. Let's check in and hear what they have to say.
How do you feel now that you've finally replaced your old drafty windows with these beautiful custom fit windows?
We're loving the look of our new windows.
We paid way less than we thought we would.
And no more cold winter drafts or crazy summer AC bills. Sounds like a win to me.
That wraps it up for the Morgans. Next up, your family. Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit Get Window Nation.
Ah, Sunday.
Just gotta steam it, babe.
Time to suit up.
Seem like half zip, kind of a quarter zip guy.
Sacrifice your lung and your skin's ability to breathe.
Does that look cheater looking? No, it's full jag.
Easy, Chief. Let your razzle-dazzle on the field, the barn, or your best friend's
Raise our
nuptials.
glasses to the Buffalo Bills, guys.
No matter how hard you football,
Stuck zipper here.
it's easy to Sunday.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
Window Nation is on the Morgans' home turf to huddle up about replacing their drafty old windows.
This free estimate is showing how easy it is to tackle the problem.
We can get any of these windows custom made.
Yes, you can get the quality and style you really want.
And at a more affordable price than they ever imagined.
Now that they've sealed the deal, they'll be saving money year-round.
We're really confident with Window Nation.
Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit GetWindowNation.com.
Hurry, offers end almost again. Toyota, let's go places.
You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
And the one-handed slam.
We're talking Terps. Once again, Johnny Holiday.
University of Maryland Medical System, for better treatments, better outcomes. That's a better state of care. To learn more at umms.org/better. One of our guests coming up tonight will be brought to you by our good friends at Bud Light for basketball fans all around the country. And, Coach, you got Kayleen to come down from Rutgers to join after having a tremendous impact on that program and having the same kind of an impact on your program.
Johnny, when this young lady was at Rutgers her freshman year and just torching everybody in league, as well as us, the 2 times we played, I just always had filed away like I would love to coach Kayleen. And so for us, it was a no-brainer when she went in the portal. It was just hoping that we could convince her for her to see our style of play and how she plays. But yeah, she's a special one.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
The pride and joy of Bayshore, Long Island, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. When did you start playing basketball? How old were you?
I think I've been in the gym for longer than I don't think I have like a certain age. I've just always been around basketball. So I'm the youngest of 4, so
okay.
They played basketball, and I've just always been there with them, traveling with them before it was my time to play.
And some of the best battles against your brother,
yes.
who's on the scout team.
Yeah.
So does your brother guard you in practice?
Sometimes he does, and when he does, he fouls me. That's the hardest defense that is gonna ever come women's basketball. Like he's not even gonna let me catch the ball.
Everybody talks about brother-sister battles in the driveway and stuff. Did you ever have that back at home?
Yes, we had. My mom made us like a backyard court. And we used to play every day outside. It was so competitive. My mama used to come out and tell us to stop because we used to be so rough with each other.
Sometimes when LJ, her brother, gets too physical, I'll tell them they have to switch. I'll have to move him on to somebody else because it's too personal. But you can see where they both get their competitive fire from. They are both very competitive.
Any other sports besides basketball that you played?
Soccer and volleyball. My mom was my volleyball coach when I was in middle school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another mother coaching, huh?
Yeah.
The daughter. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you took a look at Maryland, you could have gone anywhere in the transfer portal. What was the big attraction to come here besides playing for a team that's won a national championship?
I think the family atmosphere, even from first time I spoke to Coach Span on the phone, just hearing how genuine they were and just like how much of the culture was just so positive. Like they wanted to upbring like it was just more positive than negative. And I feel like when you have to go somewhere where, you could be comfortable, even I'm like kind of far from home, having a family away from home was very important to me.
I'm trying to read between the lines. So this was not the case at your last stop. This is totally different.
Yeah, I mean, different. I mean, I'm in a different school, so I feel like every school is different. And here is just, they're different people. So, I mean, just, yeah.
Yeah. But you're the leading scorer at Rutgers. In your freshman year, you made the Big Ten All-Freshman team. Second team All Big Ten last year. Averaged 17 points, 4 rebounds, 47 games over 2 years at Rutgers. As a freshman, the number 5 scorer in the Big Ten. You made a tremendous impact just in your first year in college.
Yeah.
Was that a surprise?
No.
Did you find the game was easy?
I think the game started off fast to me, but as time went on, the game started to slow down. I think I just became more comfortable on the field because college basketball is way faster than high school. I mean, you can't really, even practicing every day was nothing compared to actually playing Big Ten teams. So I think just time just helped me.
Yeah. And Coach, if you look at her numbers, averaging 19.7, 54% field goal, 68% from 3. That's off the charts.
It's off the charts. And again, what people don't realize is Kayleen has been coming back from an injury. So very similar to Saylor. She's a little further out, probably 3 or 4 weeks out, or give or take. So those, I expected, I knew what kind of scorer she was, but to see those numbers with just having coming off of the injury and the time away is pretty remarkable. And what I love about Kayleen is just we're trying to well-round her game, and she's so hungry to be elite at everything. I mean, that's a thing of beauty.
When I'm looking at the numbers, I mean, 27 of 29 at the line, 93% free throw percentage, 15 of 22 from 3. So there is no weakness in her game, Coach.
Well,
at least on the numbers.
Not on the offensive side.
So we're going to talk. We're going to talk defense now.
We're working on defense. We're looking on the assists. But the last game, she had like 5 assists, 5 rebounds. The point is, so like she's rounding out her game. That's what I love about her. Is like those are the players you want to coach that want to be elite in everything. And she's like, she could be one day on triple-double watch. Who knows if she, commits to the entire both ends of the court. So. There's a big ceiling for Kayleen.
You guys came off a big blowout on Sunday, but the game I want to ask you about was the Duke game. How the atmosphere in Xfinity Center was off the charts, and Duke being one of the great programs in America, and to beat them, that was a very tough game, and you guys prevailed.
Yes, we did. I mean, we had a game plan, and I think we came out and did what we have to do. Leading up to the game, we focused on personnel, and I think we came out knowing what each player can do, and I think that helped us win.
What do you have to work on? Coach mentioned about defense. Is that the one thing that you think? Yeah. If you didn't know it, you know it now, right?
No, I definitely knew. I think coming off of freshman year, before I had surgery, that's something I wanted to work on my sophomore year in the summertime, but I had surgery, so I wasn't allowed to. So I think this time, when I came here in the summer, I wasn't playing. So now I'm just probably about a month in now. So just trying to get my legs back, and that's something that I can work on and I want to work on because I want to be a well-rounded player.
As I asked Saylor a few minutes ago about blending in with all the transfers, 7 or 8 new, players on this team, it hasn't taken you guys long to gel. I mean, 6-0 and being number 10 in the country, pretty good start.
Yeah, I think we all came here with like one of the same goals. We wanted to be on a winning team, and I think finding eight players that wanted to come here and work hard and win just helped us gel better and faster.
Got a couple of questions before I let you go. If you could vacation anywhere in the world, where would you like to go?
Bora Bora.
Ooh, good
Why?
It's just a beautiful island. I just want to go.
What food would you never put on your plate?
I would say mushrooms. After I tried them, I don't want to eat them again.
Mushrooms got such a bad rap.
Yeah.
On our team.
Mushroom.
Like
Nobody
mushrooms.
likes mushrooms.
I like mushrooms.
Yeah. If you had to give advice, what one important advice would you give to a young person who wants to be like you and play like you at the college level?
I would say keep working hard and stay consistent in what you're doing, even if you don't see all the work that you put in. It's not all going to come in through through one game or one practice. Like things I worked on just going to show up. So I think just trusting the process is something that's very important.
Well, it's so nice to have you on the show, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
A big one this weekend over there at Navy, a nice little 2-game tournament. All the best to you guys.
Thank you.
You bet. Kayleen Smikle, leading scorer for the Maryland women's basketball team. We'll continue with more in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Window Nation is on the Morgan's home turf to huddle up about replacing their drafty old windows.
This free estimate is showing how easy it is to tackle the problem.
We can get any of these windows custom made.
Yes, you can get the quality and style you really want.
And at a more affordable price than they ever imagined.
Now that they've sealed the deal, they'll be saving money year-round.
We're really confident with Window Nation.
Hey, Washington, D.C., get your free estimate today. Plus, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. Visit getwindownation.com.
Ah, Sunday.
Just gotta steam it, babe.
Time to suit up.
Seem like half zipped, kind of quarter zipped out.
Sacrifice your lung and your skin's ability to breathe.
Does that look cheetah looking? No, it's full jag.
Easy, Chief. Let your razzle-dazzle on the field, the bar, or your best friend's nuptials.
So the Buffalo Bills, guys.
No matter how hard you football, it's easy to Sunday.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
A legacy is earned with generations of proven reliability, standing tall through the test of time, leading, innovating to build the best vehicles with the best value. Because the greatest memories begin with the journey.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go.
Sponsor the Score to Give More program. For every free throw the Terrapins make this season, Food Lion Feeds will donate 100 meals to the local food banks all around the area of College Park. Also, time to go Toyota. Legendary safety and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. Successful coaches have successful assistant coaches, too. And you've got a whole bunch of outstanding coaches. Some have been with you a long, long time.
Yeah, I'm really fortunate. It takes a village. I get to be the one out in front, but behind the scenes, I have the best of the best. And we've been in this a long time. And when you have assistant coaches that all gel so well together, and they all own homes here in Maryland, so I love the fact that the stability that they want to be here and have made a long-term commitment. And when you look at, I think Caitlin Frotz is maybe year 7 or 8. You've got, Karen, you've got Lindsay Spann, Karen Blair is our associate head coach, and Jessica Imhoff, and then Noelle Cobb. But we've been really fortunate just to have so many great minds in the room. You would love our staff meetings. We sometimes we have to redirect because we have so much fun together, but just it's really exciting putting the best scout together for the girls, and just the way they mentor. They're the hardest working staff out there. They're in early, stay late, whatever the girls need in terms of their development, they're going to be here for them.
And one of the crucial jobs of all the people in your office, Rylan Atkins, as the director of basketball operations, that's a thankless job sometime. All the things they have to put together and keep all the right times and where you're going. And,
yeah.
I mean, that's tough.
And you talk about that coaching tree, right? You had her dad, David Atkins, was on staff.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Rylan was a manager
he went to the Wizards,
at the time. Yes, and now he's coaching with Tina Langley out of our tree out in Washington. So he's with her. And then Rylan was a manager and came up through the ranks and now is back home with us. And it's a thankless job that she just does all of that behind the scenes and just keeping us organized. And we're really fortunate to have her.
And Joe Glowacki handling all your video stuff.
Yeah, Joe was again came up as a manager and then wanted to stay in this coaching world. And he's done video. Then he left us for a year or two to go to Towson and then came back. And he does a phenomenal job. Has a group of interns under him that he's mentoring. So just a lot of people that bleed and love Maryland.
Director of Basketball Performance. So important. Kelsey Wolf.
Yeah, Kelsey, again, was an intern here back in the day.
So they
played
really
at
moved
Virginia.
up.
Yeah, I mean, you want people that want to be here and they've paid their dues, and she played at Virginia. She's a Maryland kid that I knew even coming up through here. So again, it hits differently when you have people on your staff that are just so committed to wanting to be here, wanting to be a part of this program. And it is, it sounds cliche to say the best staff we've had, but it really is. And our players reap these benefits because you have so many great personnel that we have on staff that are looking out for our players.
What do you look for when you have an opening? And you don't have an opening very often, but if you do have one, what do you have to? What are the priorities to fill that opening?
Yeah, they have to be really good at their craft, clearly, but the relationship piece is going to be important. That you have to understand the relationship piece and the ability to grind. This is a profession that you don't have weekends off from the minute you start to it's 24/7 anymore through the recruiting process and through the long seasons that you have. So you really have to have people that really love it, that they're not looking to, punch a clock or be on 9 to 5, because that's not the type of job it is. But we've been really fortunate. I've been in it a long time. I've made some bad hires. We all do, but not here.
They're not here
this
anymore.
Is not the case. And, you would probably get exposed anyways if it was a bad hire. So, because everyone's so connected.
And also, before we go to break here, how about the local ties with all the recruiting that has to go on and the connection with the high school coaches? Very important, I assume.
Yeah, it's really important. Our staff is really intentional in this DMV area. There's so much great talent that is right here in our backyard that we're always intentional about wanting to keep home.
SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Terrapins. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. University of Maryland Medical System, the official medical team of the Terrapins. You and your family can expect the same level of exceptional care that the athletes receive. Learn more at umms.org/better. That's the University of Maryland Medical System, Maryland's health care champion. Some final words from Coach Brenda Frese, looking ahead to the Navy Classic this weekend when we come back on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Hey, I'm Mighty Meals. I'm healthy, convenient, and won't break the bank. But my best quality is I'm delicious. And unlike those other meal prep services, I'm made with locally sourced ingredients and prepared by real chefs. How else do you think I'm able to look this good? Just visit my website. I've got over 100 delicious options to choose from. Select your favorites and I get made just for you. Then my driver picks me up and brings me right to your door. But don't get me wrong, I'm not high maintenance. Just throw me in the microwave for 2 minutes and voila, I'm ready to be enjoyed. If you're looking for a fresh and delicious start, I'm your match.
A legacy is earned with generations of proven reliability, standing tall through the test of time, leading, innovating to build the best vehicles with the best value. Because the greatest memories begin with the journey.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
As muscles tense and hearts pound, as bodies are pushed to the extreme, there's a health system here to help everyone stay in the game. University of Maryland Medical System, for pro athletes and devoted amateurs, for those on the sidelines and those making a comeback. We have more experts and more innovation so you can experience every moment. That's a better state of care. University of Maryland Medical System.
Hey, I'm Mighty Meals. I'm healthy, convenient, and won't break the bank. But my best quality is, I'm delicious. And unlike those other meal prep services, I'm made with locally sourced ingredients and prepared by real chefs. How else do you think I'm able to look this good? Just visit my website. I've got over 100 delicious options to choose from. Select your favorites and I get made just for you. Then my driver picks me up and brings me right to your door. But don't get me wrong, I'm not high maintenance. Just throw me in the microwave for 2 minutes and voila, I'm ready to be enjoyed. If you're looking for a fresh and delicious start, I'm your match.
Missouri. You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
And the one-handed slam.
We're talking Terps. Once again, Johnny Holiday.
Well, the Terrapins go to Navy this coming weekend. They'll play George Mason at 3:30, the Navy Classic on Saturday, and come back and play also on Sunday against Toledo. Two good opponents, and as you mentioned earlier, George Mason undefeated.
Undefeated and really experienced, balanced roster. Came in and competed really hard against us last year. So now we're on a neutral court and coming off of Thanksgiving. So both teams are going to be very motivated, but it'll be a really tough matchup that we're going to have to come ready to play.
And it's nice that you're playing over at Navy. People can drive over in the afternoon in Annapolis and watch you guys play.
Most people, when we're away, they can't come watch us play. So what a great opportunity to have 2 games on Saturday and Sunday that they can, just around, get to Annapolis and come see us play.
Well, have a happy Thanksgiving, even though you're not cooking. You and your family.
Are you cooking?
No, I'm not. I'm not cooking.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us tonight as we talk Maryland basketball. Thanks to our special guest this evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Xfinity Center. The Terrapins against Bucknell. That'll have a tip-off at 4 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 3:30. For Tom Marquito and Alex Camponi, our engineer in Baltimore, Johnny Holiday for Coach Brenda Frese, and good night from Lido's in College Park.